Hello, my beautiful African people. Welcome back to Hail and Ride Africa YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the Ivory Coast. The ruling party in Ivory Coast have advised the current president, Alassane Ouattara, to run for a fourth term. And for some of you who don't know where Ivory Coast is in West Africa. It's a small country in West Africa. They have about 30 million people. The population is about 30 million people. And we often see how sometimes these bootlickers, in politics in Africa, always, want their men or their person to stay in office forever because they are benefiting from this individual, this current president. That's why some of these bootlickers in that ruling party in Ivory Coast want this 82 years old man to continue being the president of that country. For someone at 82 means that the person is old. No matter anywhere you live in the world, if someone said that he's 82, means that the person is old. And Africa doesn't need old men anymore to be in charge of their country. Because this time we live in, this particular time we live in, it demands, young blood in power, not an old man like this Alassane, that is 82. And before, because the election is going to come up in 2025, which is next year, by then he is 83. So imagine if he wins this first term, he's gonna be close to 90 years before he finished that fourth term. And we see this often in Africa, that it's people around them that will start to urge them to continue doing what they are doing, because these parasites, they are benefiting from that man. That's the only way they can start talking about the man should continue in office. And we know that because they have started talking about it, this man, this president, is gonna run for a fourth term in Ivory Coast. And people know most time about Ivory Coast because of their, have famous soccer players like Didier Drogba, who is a good man as well. But this man, I'm not saying that he's not doing well as a president. I don't have much information about what the outlook of the economy over there, but I know it's not great. But what I'm saying is that this man should pack his bag and go home and retire, go and rest. Because we see this, I don't know why this old man in Africa doesn't want to go and have a peace of mind until they join their ancestors, you know what I mean? Because now he's 82. Let's say God gave him another 12 years, it's now 100 years, And we see the same thing in Cameroon, where Paul Biya is I think it's 90-something years, or 95. He's still the president of that country. And someone, you're going to have hard time to convince anyone that this man there in Cameroon, or even in that Ivory Coast, is in charge of that country. Because I believe they're not in charge. There's no way at that age they can be, their brain can able to function properly, because somebody at that age, when do you think that's gonna be waking up from sleep? He's gonna be waking up maybe late and have a tea or coffee. He's gonna delegate his his job to other people to be doing it. But why delegate your job to other people to do it? Why can't you allow the people to do the job in their own name? Not in your name, but Africa is different. We see this often all the time in Africa. The old man, even you look at Nigeria as well, it's an old man there. And the youth over there in those countries are not, they have nothing to write home about. They are politicians, or they are leaders in those African countries. Even if you are doing well, because when you are so old in that way, you should step aside and allow a young boy, a young man to, be at the helm of the affair in Africa. I hope that this man will not run for a fourth term in office. I hope we will go and retire and have peace of mind, stay with his family and enjoy his life. Because this old man, I don't know why some of them are so blind to know that the time the time is running out for them. At this point, someone 82 years should be thinking about how is he gonna, how his life is gonna end. Because if he enjoys better health, it's another 12 years. Let's say 15 years, by then, he's 90-something years. But our people doesn't think that way, and that's why Africa stay in the situation where it is. And most of the time is the outside forces that that are benefiting from this demand being there, that will be urging the man to stay there. And most of the time, if they are telling somebody to stay there, the person is not giving any tangible to their people. The people are just suffering. As we see in Africa, too much suffering in Africa for no good reasons. And we know Africa is a French colony, and they know how France, they're among the worst colonizers. And what they normally do is to put their puppet in office, and they support the person in expense of their own people. Because once France is benefiting, they don't care about other the indigenous people over there. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, and if you disagree with us, or even if you agree, let us hear what you have to say at the comment section. I'm Pratan, as the Russians call me, the mood. Peace.